Hey, what's up, everyone? So, week 2, we are coming at you with another full body, high intensity interval training circuit. But what's different about this one is instead of doing just 30-second intervals, we're going to be doing 45-second intervals, which means that you actually have a 45-second rest, which is always good. But what's different about this one is it's going to have a little bit more plyometrics throughout, and we should be able to spike the heart rate a little bit higher and making sure that we're getting, maybe a little bit more of an after burn effect that'll be happening as well too. So again, we always have options. We always make sure that we give everybody options so that everybody can do this. And I got Carl, who's helping me film, and he did an excellent job. So hope you guys enjoy. All right, first exercise, you guys are familiar with this one, jump squats. Make sure you don't look too serious. Make sure you smile because we're going to have fun with this one. So again, to reiterate, we're going to make sure we're getting down in our squat position, explode through the legs, through the heels. Make sure you're landing in that squat position with the hips pushed backwards, chest up. And then as far as the option, we're going to simply just go into a squat and explode through our toes into a calf raise. Coming right through. All right, plank to diagonal knee tuck. So with this one, we're in our push-up position. We're simply jumping out to each elbow, sticking it right at the top and jumping back into a plank position. As far as our option here, we're simply just going to be walking in. As soon as Carl's done, he's gonna walk it in and then just stick that other foot. So coming in, walk, and then the other foot, you can balance it, you can put it down on the ground, whatever you so choose.
Hey, Coach Adi here. Looks like we are going into one of my favorites, burpees. Squatting down, placing the hands on the ground underneath the shoulders, extending the legs back, then driving back underneath the hips, coming into that squat and that explosion from that squat, extending the legs, keeping those hips underneath the shoulders. The option here is to simply walk it out and walk it in with that powerful drive up to a calf raise, shifting that weight to the balls of the feet.
All right, next up, speed skaters. So this one, we're literally just gonna get low. We're gonna keep ourselves about that height the entire time. We're gonna be jumping back and forth, landing on that leg, making sure that knee doesn't cave in, and we're making sure it's nice and controlled. Try not to speed it up either. Nice and controlled as far as speed. So the option here, we're literally gonna be stepping out with our feet, still alternating the arms, balancing, and making sure you stick that back foot. Next up, mountain climbers. So push-up position, pushing through those shoulder blades, keeping it as straight, your back as straight as possible, packing that neck, and we're simply just going to be driving those knees through, making sure that we're picking them up and landing right back on the balls of our feet. The option here is literally just going to be a step to each elbow, opposite elbows. I think some of you know this as atomic mountain climbers. Next up, lunge with a hop. So we're going to do 1 foot at a time. You're going to kind of go left, right, left, or right, left, right. So one side is going to get a little bit more favoritism, and making sure that when you come through, you can alternate arms. You can put your arms both up at the same time. Option here is going to simply, you're going to be going down into a lunge position. And you're going to be coming and just doing a knee raise. You can put your arms right on your hips for a little bit more balance. Next up, we have a side plank. This is our core circuit now. So with the side plank, we're simply going to get up on our feet, and we're going to make sure our core is engaged, our glutes are pressed forward, and we're going to just come through across the body with that right hand. And with these ones, we're going to make sure that we're going to alternate. So we're going to do this all the way through for 45 seconds. Then you're going to alternate to the next side. Option here, you're going to simply just get down on your knees and do the exact same thing. Rotation and hand straight up to the sky. Now this is one of my favorite ones. So this is called heels to the heavens. So with this one, it's like a leg raise, but we're driving our hips up to the sky as we come up. So we're pulling up through our heels. Imagine your body like as if you had a string at the end of your heels and it's pulling you up towards the sky. Try to keep your body as straight or your legs as straight to the ceiling as you can. Option here, we're simply going to just do a leg raise where your knees come right into your chest and we're keeping that lower back pressed into the ground as much as you can. Last but not least, we have plank to alternating toe touches. So we're going to push through those shoulder blades. We're going to keep our back as straight as possible, engaging those glutes, belly button to the spine, pack the neck, and we're simply going to just hinge and touch opposite toes. Keeping our legs straight and just making sure that when we come back into that push-up position, we are straight. And the option for this one is simply going to be a 4-point plank into a hinge.